Imagine this. It's a normal day, you're chilling with your bro, feast on some delicious Mr. Beast burger combos, have a little chat, and suddenly you get a call. Some idiots robbed a bank or so, and they are being chased by the police, so you hurry there. You have a
proper shootout with some proper men.
You get hit, but you got lucky. You turn away from him, but this time you get shot real bad and end up in a coma. 1 month later you wake up and things seem a little off. You go out and see that the world is now ruled by the dead. First things first, our hero goes out to see what's left of the world. He steals a bike to visit his old house, hoping to find his family, but everyone left. Devastated by that, he looks for other people and gets hit with a shovel in his face by a car. Our hero,
Ricky Dicky Doo-Dog Rhymes,
meets Morgan Jones and his son Dwayne. They tell him about the outbreak and what happened to the world. Our boy Ricky finally understands and takes both of them to the local police station to get some guns. Rick heads to Atlanta, where a refugee center is supposed to be, and the CDC is working on a cure. They're ways apart, but they stay in contact with walkie-talkies. Rick drives to Atlanta, but runs out of gas near a farmhouse and decides to raid the house.
What the fuck you looking at?
He steals a horse and rides to Atlanta. As he arrives in Atlanta, he sees a helicopter and suddenly runs into a herd of zombies. His horse goes absolutely nuts and gets eaten by walkers. Rick is now trapped inside a tank and can't get out. But suddenly, he hears someone talking on the radio.
You are gay.
He takes a gun and a grenade and runs while shooting walkers as he meets the China Man.
I'm Korean.
whatever.
Glenn leads him to the others. There is Morales, our boy T-Dog, the most annoying character Andrea, bad boy Merle Dixon, and... I completely forgot her name. Merle is out of control and shoots around attracting walkers. He also punches T-Dog and drops the N-bomb, so Rick handcuffs him to a roof. Rick and Glenn smith themselves with guts to blend into the zombie herd. Back on the roof, T-Dog accidentally drops the keys down a pipe, so they have to leave Merle on the roof. Rick drives off in a van with everyone in the back, and Glenn takes a Dodge Challenger to lure the undead away with the sounds of the car's horn. They drive to their camp, everyone reunites with their loved ones, but suddenly Rick sees his wife,
Olive oil,
his son, and his best friend Shane, aka...
Let me tell you something else, man.
The next morning they meet Daryl, Merle's brother, who's returned from an overnight hunt and looks for his brother. As he learns what happened to Merle, he attacks Rick and Shane puts him in a chokehold. After that they go on a mission to bring back Merle and the weapons Rick dropped. Shane is against the idea, arguing that they have to protect everyone at the camp, but Rick still decides to go. After their departure, Laurie confronts Shane about Rick's death. Nearby the girls are washing clothes as Ed suddenly slaps Carol, and then Shane beats him brutally. Back to Rick's mission. They reach the roof, but Merle is nowhere to be found. Daryl screams and tries to attack T-Dog. Rick then points his gun at him. The crew follows Merle's trail down the streets, but then decide to first retrieve the guns before continuing their search for Merle. Glenn goes for the guns, but Daryl is jumped by two men and Glenn is taken hostage. They also take a hostage and want to trade him for Glenn. The group then goes on to save Glenn. They meet the Vatos, a gang that seems pretty hostile at first, but are actually pretty nice guys. They take care of the elderly that were left by their families. They set Glenn free, gave them some guns and returned to the van. But someone stole the van. They think it was Merle. Back at the camp, Andrea and his sister Amy caught some fish and presented them to the group. Dale interrupts their excitement as he sees Jim dig holes. You know, that one guy that looks like a trucker. They are concerned and confront him. Shane tries to persuade him to stop, but Jim swings the shovel at him and Shane takes him down. They then tie him to a tree. Jim says he dreamt something but can't remember. As they feast on the fish, Amy goes to Dale's RV and is then bitten by a walker. The whole camp is being attacked by walkers and Carol's husband Ed is eaten by walkers. Rick and his crew arrive at the camp and drive the walkers back, but they are too late. Amy and Ed are dead and Jim has been bitten. The next morning the survivors burn the walkers as the group learns about Jim's injury. Rick suggests going to the CDC for help, but Shane thinks fort binning is safer. While looking around for remaining walkers, Shane tries to convince Rick to change his mind. I've gotta do
What's best for my family?
Rick says, as he goes on the search for remaining walkers. Shane then aims his gun at Rick but doesn't pull the trigger. Rick didn't see him, but our boy, Dale, did. As they head to the CDC, Dale's RV breaks down and Jim asks them to leave him behind. As the group approaches the CDC, Dr. Jenner watches them through a security monitor. At first he hesitated to open the doors for them, but as Rick backed him to and told them they were desperate, he opened the doors for them and let them in. The group feasts on wine, food, and take hot showers after a long time.
Girls? I want to see men!
The next morning, Dr. Jenner shows them test subject 19, his wife who allowed her infection to be recorded and scientifically analyzed. Jenner admits that he doesn't know what the disease is or how to treat it. He lost contact to other facilities and mentioned that the French were very close to finding a cure, but their labs were overrun by walkers. Jenner tells them that the CDC generators are running out of fuel, and when they are empty, the CDC will blow itself up as per decontamination protocol. He shuts the doors and waits for the explosion. He first tries to convince them to stay, but as Shane freaks out and nearly kills him, Rick talks with Jenner and convinces him to let them leave. Dr. Jenner opens the doors for them and whispers something in Rick's ear. That one woman whose name I forgot, and Andrea decide to stay, but then Dale tries to convince her and threatens to stay with her. The group then tries to leave but can't because of the safety glass that just won't break. Luckily, in the first episode, Rick took a grenade from that soldier in the tank and Carol took it when she washed his uniform. The group uses that grenade to destroy the window and escape. As the CDC almost blows up, we then see Andrea and Dale coming out of the building. Everyone takes cover and the CDC explodes. The group then gets in their cars and are now looking for a new shelter. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below if I should do more videos like this. Thanks for watching.